through my plan are going to do for the world is to set up two situations. Number one, how to run the world as it is right now, because we have to slowly get into what's right. So and this is going to be very, it's going to be a change. It's going to be something that nobody wants to see happen because nobody wants change. But we want to be okay. This is what needs to happen immediately for what we're doing right now in society. The masses has to control policy. So what that means is if you stick with Democrat, Republican, it doesn't matter. Bad cop, good cop, they're all a piece of crap. Whatever. It doesn't matter. What you need is a commitment to policy and a commitment to, if you don't work on policy the way we say to work on policy, you're out. And you sign that agreement with the Supreme Court. Anybody that we put in office, you're going to sign that agreement with the Supreme Court that if the people say get out, that is automatic impeachment. And that's your agreement to get into the office. You see? So, and the other area is to come together and make our own party, the People's Party. And then we have our own candidates, and they will do what we say do. So, the number one thing for the whole world, this is not just for America, you guys. America is set up to be the cesspool of hell for the world by the global elite. They're using our people to go crazy, to go insane, to kill one another, drugs, suicide, to just have no hope at all. Because, I mean, it's just common sense. We're the world power. There's nobody more powerful than America. So why is it that American people are the highest amount of criminals locked up, the highest amount of suicidal, dying, diseased, sick? This is a big experiment that they're sitting laughing at us while they're using this hub called America. They're using it to F the world. I'm saying F the world because I don't want this taken down. They F the world, y'all. I'm just telling y'all. And this is our world too. We have a right to be here on earth. And God, I believe, this is my belief, I believe He made it enough on this earth for anybody that's on here to have what they need within the creation. And when I say within the creation, I'm talking about human nature. Within human nature, every human being has enough for food, enough for water, enough for housing, transportation. Anything you need to survive should be as easy as I do a lot of meditation. It feels so good out there. So I'm just telling you, it should be as easy as what I just did, to have the place where you can lay your head, the place where you can eat food and drink water and put your clothes on your back. And if it's not like that, in my belief, it is because of the manipulation of our species, the global elite. So, like I said, the first thing that we must do, we must stop lobbying. That's number one policy. Lobbying is over. Kill it, crush it at its throat. Now we can do that. And all we got to do is join me, because that's going to be number one, even beyond what's next. Because without getting these global elite in control, it's over. Okay, so I'm just trying to tell you guys, they gonna hate it. They gonna probably keep me blocked and everything. Y'all gotta be looking for me. You're gonna have to look for me. Just keep liking my things and sharing and following me. Um, and so that's the number one for this system to help us. Now, what's going to be the long term? I say use what they call the chosen children, Black Americans. We are the last so called created race, from Black to mixed all around the world. No, I'm sorry. From Black to white to mixed all around the world with Black and white and back again to white. We're the chosen people to serve the world. People think, oh, the chosen, they're once God's favorite. God ain't got no favorite. That's BS. Chosen people mean that they are burned to hell in suffering so that their blood, their suffering will cry out to the universe. We can create what nobody else on earth can create. And when our spirit and energy come to lift the people, and see, you can't have that top and bottom no more. The Bible tell you the ones that was on top will be on the bottom. And what happened? The ones that are on top, that was Black people were running the world. Black people were kicking white people out. It's talked about in Job, the 30th chapter. Job, the 30th chapter. You go and read it, and you'll see where Job will talk against the white people. And how do you know that they're white? You keep reading, they will say that they lived in caves. Caves, okay? So, what people lived in caves? It was not Black people. And Job and his people, all of the Bible, lived in tribes. So you have the tribes and the caves. And the first races were Black people. We taught the world how to be racist. And we said that the white people were now leprous just because they don't have any melanin. Not nobody has no melanin. That's BS. But very little, some to almost none. That's like with the albino. But melanin is a spirit line that is not only in the human body, but is in the spirit of the human body. So there are white people more Black than Black people. This is deep because they on the higher level in the spirit realm with melanin. So we are all connected as one, and there is no such thing as race. But unfortunately, our society has put that definition out there. And I'm coming, what I was saying, to use our people. We need to be given our sovereignty. And I recommend Africa would be the number one hub for a group. America would be a second. And then the islands, like even in Guyana, Venezuela, we are wanting to lift that up. And I'm even seeing Europe, wherever different people want, different African American people want to live lives in a heavenly way. In other words, You're not going to be denying people because of discrimination reasons. And you're going to have what your group will do. For example, my group I would like to set up in Africa. It would be in Ghana, not Guyana. Guyana is in South America. This would be in Ghana. And in Ghana, I would like to start out as large as 5,000 strong with our own doctors and teachers and infrastructure, where I'm hoping that we can get the donations that we need to build this. I already know the people already over there ready to jump on it. That we'll build this in Ghana for our people. And then in the center will be people like me who are spiritual. And we'll come together and work on the spiritual concepts of a lot of stuff I can't explain on here. There's so much that you guys don't know about. And when I give you the Anunnaki, the ancient books, there's no ancient books that I have been allowed to get my hands on that can say anything different than I already know. Because that's what I had been looking for back in in the late 90s. I had finally read everything on Earth that didn't repeat itself. Because that's all it is. All of it, all over the world, they're repeating who we are, how we came to Earth. And it's more scientifically saying what the ancients were saying than what the scientists are saying. Because science is a religion. If these people find out that they're wrong, they don't care. It's just like with a religion. If you find out that you're wrong about a religion, you. I had an uncle that lived with me, and I was born into a Baptist Christian religion. And I was this type of Christian that I knew wasn't nobody gonna make it but us Christians because that's what Jesus said. Just telling you, that's the way we were taught. That's what we believe. You don't believe in Jesus, you gonna burn in hell. And in the Bible talks against that. And I can give the verses. You have to follow me, or you can right now go get my book, Ultimate Deceit of the Human Race. It's 400 pages of books that I have researched through the Bible to get sound verses that explains all of what happened and how we've been deceived. And there's one verse that anybody who thinks that they're not deceived will tell you that you're a liar. And I think it's liar to yourself. That's Revelations. Revelations. I want to, I'm going to look this one up because y'all need to know. The book where the entire world is deceived. The book in the Bible where the entire world is deceived. Revelations, what chapter and verse? So you don't play stupid. Get on my nerve. Revelations 12:9. I was going to say the 12th chapter. 12:9 says that the entire world is deceived. If the entire world is deceived, how is a billion people right? It's impossible. So by your own book, and I'll give you another verse that tells you you're deceived because a Christian says nothing is wrong in the Bible. The Bible is perfect. Now watch this. Oh, I already know this by heart. 2 Timothy 2:15. So 2 Timothy 2:15. I used to shoot them out real quick, but that was way back 25 years ago. But 2 Timothy says, study. And how many of us do that? Study to show thyself approved, a workman of God. You know what? I ain't gonna get it by myself. I used to could. King James Version, 2 Timothy 2:15. Okay. Study to shew thyself approved unto God, a workman that needeth not be ashamed. So understand, if you're not studying to show yourself approved of God, I mean Bible believers. Okay, if you're not a Bible believer, it is something that's written, so it's there. It says, study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needeth not be ashamed. And this is how you have to do that. Rightly dividing the word of truth. Why would you have to rightly divide truth? Truth does not have to be divided. Truth has to be accepted. Rightly accepting the truth. You have to accept the truth, but you never have to divide truth. So really those don't even go together. But with our concept of the Bible, God made this so that you would know beyond a shadow of a doubt. You have to divide those lies up out of the book. I'll give you an example. It's a lie that God wanted women raped. The Bible says God said, go kill off these people and take their virgin girls for your wife. Now, you done killed off my people and you want to take me as a virgin for your wife? It's telling you right there. I believe that's Numbers 31. Let me go and check it out. Numbers chapter 31, where God tells them to kill people, the Israelites, to kill people and keep the virgins for themselves. The King James Version. I'll write it in there. King James Version. There we go. Now, okay, so that's Numbers 31, 17 through 18. This is your God telling the Israelites to kill people and take their virgin women because he ain't got the power to make some virgins. Now, therefore, kill every male among the little ones, and kill every woman that hath known a man by lying with him. Okay? But all the women children that have not known a man by lying with him, keep alive for yourself. Now you tell me that ain't God telling, kill and rape their women. This is why you see that mess going on today. It is a 5,000-year lie and deception of the patriarchal world. A 5,000-year deception that we've been living this lie. But we don't want to divide. If you get that Bible, I promise you. And this is for people of other religions too. You ain't got to change your religion. As a matter of fact, in Islam, it states that Christianity and the Torah, or the Hebrews, the Jews, are all the same religion under Father Abraham. Okay. But like I was saying, you do you don't have to get rid of your religion to follow the Bible, because the Bible is the most perfect, powerful book on earth. I've tried with the Quran, and the Quran is a good, like, a book for living, but it doesn't give you where we came from. It doesn't give you um, what the earth, the universe. I can't go real deep because it isn't a lot of time, but it doesn't give you the essence of the soul and the spirit and who we are. But the Bible points all of that out deep. And Christians never know it because they don't understand what they read if they read it. And they'll just say that, oh, we have to lean not unto our own understanding. You're going to get a reprobate mind. Now, check this out. So, what is their understanding of the Bible? What is their understanding of Jesus? Isn't that their own understanding? I'm just telling you guys, it is deep. And there is so many verses in the Bible where they're telling the Christian, you are worshiping the Antichrist. You guys are the ones who fathered in the Antichrist. I mean, it's not like you're going to hell for it. Just because somebody's against Christ don't mean that they're not for God. Because all that God created, from the bad to the good, is the same thing. All from God. And even in the Bible, it'll tell you that Yahweh said that he is, I forget now his exact words, but he said he is evil. God said that. It's in the Bible. I think in Isaiah somewhere. He is, or he makes evil and he creates evil. Let me get which one. Let's see. God says that he is evil in Isaiah, the book of Isaiah. Okay. King James 45:7. Let's see. That's the verse I want. I form the light. I create darkness. I make peace. I create evil. I, the Lord, do all things. Okay. Now, that ain't even God talking right there. But that's truth. There is no difference between up, down, good, bad, hot, cold. All of this duality, the polarity of existence, is an illusion. Everything is one. And I know that now I'm getting off into some deep. There goes my time. I just wish you guys could know what was in. I had to quit. I had to let go of meditating, because once you go so far, you will be born again. You will be born again. And I wanted to stay and help you guys. So I had to cut it off. Um, I would like to see us all form our society. And like I said, build in the middle would be the spiritual people like myself, who can sit for days and days and days and days and days, no food. I tried to do 40 days fast, and if I get a little sick, I cut off my fasting. And the reason why I do that is because I want everything in my life to be guided by the highest power. And if my body doesn't feel well, then that's my body telling me a message that is something that either is not the time for it or whatever. But my first fast I did, I believe it was 26 days. And my next fast was 29 days. And one of these days, I'm going to get my 40 days. Um, you should not feel any sickness. You will feel some being tired or drained or loss of energy from time to time. I did my regular daily things. I did exercising during the whole period. I You just do your regular things, other than the prayer and meditation. So basically, I have been able to get to see things that the average human being has not seen, to get to travel places that the average human being has not traveled, and to experience things that the average has not experienced. So that's what gives me the power to be able to sit there, to be able to just close my eyes and not have a thought. I ain't gonna lie, you guys, I ain't past 10 minutes. It is hard. It is hard. It is hard. Because I swear, you will think about not thinking and have that thought. But it was interesting the first time I made it, a few seconds, then the minute, and a couple of minutes. And you do that to raise up your vibration for the next plateau of existence. And you want to try, if you want to be here to help you guys, not to overdo it, because I can tell you right now, and I think they are finished, so I am finished. I'm going to say goodbye, everybody. Have a good day. There's my grandson. Say bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. So we're ending now. Why won't it? Oh, end stream. There we go. End.